I'm Ryan Sherlock, and I'm the Director of Engineering across our infrastructure and core technologies.
My name is Ian Breen. I'm a Senior Engineering Manager here in Intercom, and I've got 4 hats that I wear at the moment. I'm an Engineering Manager for 2 teams. One is an Infrastructure Services team, the other is our Shipping team. I also run our Developer Experience program here in Intercom, and I'm an Incident Commander.
Hey, I'm Brian, and I'm a Senior Principal Engineer. I work at Intercom, mostly running our infrastructure, but really whatever it takes to make our product, customers, and developers successful.
So my name is Mark Gorman. I am a Technical Program Manager, and amongst the various programs that I run, incident management is a large part of that.
Intercom is the core of many businesses. We've got many businesses where if Intercom's down, they're down.
There's been a few different evolutions of Intercom's incident response over the years. We've gone from very manual processes where people would just be diving into a room with laptops. Nowadays it feels a lot more cohesive as a solution that we've got. It's easy for us to see what kind of incidents are running where, to get the right people in at the right time as well.
The process before Incident.io landed was kind of weird. We had a very high bar for what we would consider an incident. So we only kicked off a proper incident flow if it was quite a major incident. And at that point, an incident commander would come along. We'd have a dedicated Slack channel that was always the same Slack channel, where the incident commander would be like this guardrail service to make sure everything was being run right.
So before Incident.io, really what we had was a bit of a mess of some Slack workflows, some runbooks, different bits of automation in using PagerDuty. You know, it did the basic job, but it was very hard to evolve.
You frequently see incidents kind of trailing off into nothingness, and people would just stop talking, and you're kind of unsure, is it actually finished? Are we done?
It didn't feel satisfying jumping around from tool to tool, from workflow to workflow, when really you want to be doing this in the one place, when your time is really at a minimum, when the stakes are high, when something potentially could be pretty broken.
So the driver to move from PagerDuty to Incident.io, it really was unlocked by the on-call features being rolled out. What we had beforehand was we used PagerDuty, and it did the job we needed from it quite well, but to be able to run incidents the way we wanted to, or that we thought was great at the time, we had to add a lot of code. We had a lot of bodge, there was GitHub Actions, there was a lot of scripting that we did, and it was always really hard to prioritize this shape of work.
We felt like PagerDuty weren't building for us, and we wanted something that had a coherent vision, something where the company behind it were clearly thinking about these things and along the same way that we do, and that they were building for us. They were building for companies like us, fast-growing, fast-moving SaaS company who have high standards, and we just didn't feel like that PagerDuty were going after that market.
You could pick any engineer who responds to incidents here, ask them the question, and they would tell you that they 100% prefer Incident.io over PagerDuty.
When we're rolling out to the rest of the org, it was already going to be such a major lift and quality life improvement that it was just easy to get people involved.
The workflows, because it's one tool, because it's one system, because we're signed up to do as many things as possible using Incident.io, that allows you just to have a very quick and easy experience. So even though nobody likes getting paged, just being able to get to the work that matters fast, I think that's worked really well.
As soon as we moved out this where even minor incidents were being treated as a minor incident, you had much better visibility across this. The on-call incident commander would keep an overview of all minor incidents that are running, and maybe they're like, hey, this thing that we think is a minor incident, I know from this context that this isn't actually a minor incident and we need to escalate this.
Now with the new tooling, it's just so easy for someone to kind of say, yeah, the incident's done, they mark it as resolved, and then we can spin up our post-incident workflows to poke people into doing incident reviews or incident debriefs.
Our onboarding and ability to run incidents through it it's fantastic nowadays.
It's just been a fantastic kind of up-leveling of our overall service.
I think one thing that has been made easier for our execs and leaders is to be able to jump in and just see what's going on, get a status. Even the real-time summarization of what's going on in the Google Meet that's corresponding to an outage.
The base level of quality on how we run an incident has improved. Because people are getting these learnings, people are proactively taking on what's happening in other parts of engineering and then being able to apply it onto their own areas. So over time, incidents are shorter, they're internally much more transparent, and then less as well.
We are a product company and we do want to ship features for our customers. That's what we're in the business of. And us needing to spend a lot of time running instances takes away from that. So the more time we can spend in front of our customers, the less time responding to the instance, the better. And for us, again, Instant.io gives us that ability to just very quickly dial in on a problem, get the right people together and solve it.
What we've seen is we have more incidents now. We now have a lot more incidents that are well organized, they're discoverable, they're findable, and they allow a space of where people can collaborate on just fixing that problem. The biggest outcome we've had is improved availability, improved engineer experience. I think the work is higher quality, and I think we're holding a higher bar for operations across the entirety of Intercom.
There was a hunger for better, and then this just was better. So it was pretty easy.